The reason I chose 30 milers is because I was a Royal Marine. So I thought I'd give this YouTube thing a go. What I focus on in my day-to-day life is mental health awareness, positive mental health awareness, pushing that out and helping as many people who need to hear it as possible. But as you can see, I've only got the one subscriber. So if you don't mind, because eventually I would like to start live recording these things. Drawing then, it helps me to vent. So I use darker colours. The darker the colour, the darker my mood at the time. Now try this out. I believe in manifestation. I believe if you keep thinking of something over and over again, it will happen. The chances are it will happen in one way or another. I don't know what your beliefs on that are, but I do believe that. So I was a bit concerned when I first thought of this. I've invented colouring in. I don't know if you knew that, but I invented colouring in. No, what I do though is, like I said, if I'm feeling down, I'll use darker colours like the greens, the blues, the darker greys, etc. And I have got a proper setup with all your colours, all your blah 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 blah. So I'm spoilt for choice, really. Manifestation, the concern I had was thinking about my mood all the time would make that a bigger reality than it actually is. Like if I was always down, it would be a bigger problem. But I don't think it's the case now. Now I've started to do it and I've been doing it for a couple of weeks. I feel it sort of airs your problems out. You may have heard some people will write down their worries, write down what's a problem of theirs and simply burn it. I think Bob Proctor was a believer in that, and he's like, if you didn't know who he was, he's like a manifestation guru pro man, but he's passed away now. But he was like I used to watch him quite a lot, but yeah, so I thought I would share this with you. It airs it out. It doesn't, I find anyway, personally, it airs out my troubles by writing it down. I don't burn them because I like to look back, but you could do. So what I like to do is, I won't show you this picture because I am shy. How I start it is literally however I want. I can darker lines, fainter lines. So I tend to do that. Just circles, ovals, squares, triangles, etc. A point I find with this as well, it makes me more aware of myself, seeing what's going on really in my mind, because I don't think about what I am drawing. I just simply draw. Now I hope, well, obviously you'll be able to do that, but I just simply draw. There's no mistakes. That's a thing I like about it. Now I pull off drawing for years. The past couple of years has been horrendous. Divorce and all that sort of stuff. But so I've put it off naturally because of problems, external factors in my life, which we tend to do as humans, you know. So I did pull it off. However, I massively regretted it. I put it off as well in the past because I didn't think I was good enough at drawing. Can you believe that? Like, I'm not good enough. I'm shite. You will see in a moment. I am really not good. But I put it off because I thought I wasn't good enough. Like, I was going to sell the drawing or something. No one cares. No one gives a shite. Now, this helps me. It helps air my stresses. And it helps to understand myself better. Because when I've finished the picture, I can look back and see what colours are used to like determine what mood I'm in overall. Now, like I said, you can rip this up, shred this, or whatever you need to do afterwards. That's entirely up to you. So I have tried loads of different types of therapy, and sometimes they are expensive. Not I ever paid, because I was in the military. Like I said, I was in the Marines. They paid for all that, but I'm guessing it'll be quite costly if you were to do it, pay privately for a psychiatrist or whatever. But long story short, anyway, I've done my fair share of therapy. This includes EMDR. It's like a vibrating eye movement thing, like with lights going across. Then there's CBT. I thought that was shite, like absolute, like pointless. And then another one, I can't even remember what that was. And then a equine therapy, so essentially horse whispering, which I thought was quite fun. And I did enjoy that, to be honest. I did enjoy that because I'm an animal lover. I love animals. However, I find doodling or drawing, whatever you want to call it, this is doodling. I am I can't draw. But I found this is the best thing. This is just my personal thing, and you can do it when and where. You can do it whenever you want, and it's cheap and cheerful. Once you got the crayons and your paper, you're literally just good to go. Compare that to psychiatry or whatever, and I'm assuming that's going to cost thousands over 20 odd sessions. So very cheap. If we were just going off the price and what I think how effective drawing is or sketching is, this is the best by far in my personal opinion. But EMDR is quite good. The internal family system thing, the other one I had with the psychiatrist, that was good as well. Although horrible at the time, I still benefited little bits from it. But nothing as much as sketching or doodling, and this is why I wanted to come on today and record this, just show you what I'm doing. And like I said, there's no mistakes, absolutely no mistakes. You can just get another blue out. There's no mistakes. You make a slip. Simply put, now this is something a psychiatrist wouldn't say, or shouldn't say, unless they're in an afterlife. That psychiatrist in afterlife, or psychologist, or whatever. I don't even know what they're fucking called, to be honest. If you make a mistake on this, simply, who gives a shit? Just bin it if you need to. So I've gone for a few blues there. However, and in live time, I'm enjoying making this video. Like, this is the first time I've made a YouTube properly for YouTube, so I'm enjoying this. So I've moved on to the lighter blue. I don't even know if it says all the colours on here. It just says hi. Colour. Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh, so so I've just realised that these are all numbered. Don't know if you can see that. Because I got a green and it's slightly off. It's not in order of the colour, and it was winding me up, but that's, at least I can put them back in order now. So yeah. So in real time, as you experiencing like good or bad, pick up a crayon and just start sketching with it, whatever you like. Circles, just faint lines, whatever. And because I've been putting this video off for a while, because I was like, I'm not going to be good enough, or blah 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 blah. Like anything, when you've started something, when you've started doing something, like a problem, something you're worrying about, once you've started it, you realise that the problem was never as big as you first thought. That is true. Like 9 times out of 10, that is the case. I am looking forward to doing this in my camper van, or motorhome, whatever you want to call it. And I can join the hashtag van life. Oi, oi. I'm more excited about my dog. I'll keep looking up here. There's a sketch behind, literally there, of my dog. I'd love to say I drew it, but I didn't. I could have even lied and got away with it, but no. It's a brilliant picture. I'll put it on at the end of this. However, I don't know what I'm doing with YouTube, so. And if you feel like it's time to put black in, I will change the colours up though. I won't go black, but I'll put I will change the colours ever so slightly. The reason why I think sketching or doodling is therapeutic and helps with you is, like I say it or think it at least a few times a day. depression means you're in the past. Anxiety means you're worrying about something that's in the future. And I do this because I've found, and all, like the motivational videos and everything you see online, will I can't remember what I was fucking saying. That's my memory. So my memory's awful. I'll probably remember what I was saying a minute ago. In a minute or something. I've genuinely forgot. That's something that annoys me. I've forgotten something, but literally as I was saying it. So we've moved on to a darker colour. Just to give the picture. I'll know when I look back what mood I was in when I drew this. So, yeah. That annoys me. I can remember that I don't remember, but I have no idea what we was just talking about. Like, what? It's weird, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to getting the motorhome with a van, and that's what I mean. I'm thinking about going live, doing live like videos, segments or whatever you want to call it, for like TikTok and Facebook, YouTube, blah blah blah. Hoping to reach people that are mentally struggling. That's the whole point of my existence, I think. Because I was so damaged that I've sort of dedicated my life to helping other people. Now these past 2 years I haven't really done much. I've literally just nothing, literally nothing, just moaned. I'm hoping this motorhome stops me from moaning and I can enjoy my life a little bit more, because it's been a long time coming. The thing that happened to me happened in 2014. Now, obviously everyone's circumstance is different and the severities are different. Mine was quite bad though. It was essentially fell out the sky in a plane. Yeah, fucking hell. That's essentially what happened to me. Like really, like horrible. So yeah, I want people to be happy. I want people to not give up on their being. And I want people to live a fulfilling life. And I like to do that through challenges, raising money for charity and so on, mental health charities. And I've got a dream, like a big dream. For some reason I'm really good at hiking. I haven't really done much lately. Saying that, I done a 100-mile hike just before Christmas. over 4 days, 25 miles a day. So I suppose I have done a little bit. But the most I've done is Land's End to John O'Groats. I hiked that 30 miles a day for 30 days. That was brilliant, that. Then came home, fast forward, and my wife left. So, and that's when I loved the hike, I loved the experience, I loved the people I met, I loved everything about it near enough, even though it was the worst thing I've ever done physical, like in my life. The reason I chose 30 milers is because I was a Royal Marine. And they do 30, their final test when you're a recruit is a 30 miler with your backpack on and stuff, going over Dartmoor, which is quite, as you can imagine, brutal. And this was basically 30 of those. I might put a little bit of blue in there. That's nice. Maybe here. I was just thinking then, why the hell is this turning green? When I was colouring over it, and because I was colouring over yellow, wasn't I? So yeah, hopefully along my journey, doing my hikes, etc. And I'm aiming for a big one in the future. Aiming for a big one in the future. I'm hoping I can get enough of a little following or whatever it's called on here, so I can help people, because I'm going to do unless, something drastic happens in the meantime. But I'm planning on doing a 10-year challenge, hiking for 10 years straight. And that will happen unless there's, like I said, a drastic change somehow. There's no mistakes, like I said, with this. It just airs it out, and I get an understanding of my mood, and I can pass it on to the professionals who know what they're actually talking about. I've done 2 courses in counselling just to understand myself better. But I really think this works, like sketching. So I know a little bit of what I'm talking about, although I'm not a qualified counsellor. However, I've lived it. I've lived through it. And I'm still here, so far I've won. Colouring with me. Colouring with me. I know a little bit of what I'm doing, but obviously take advice from you, the professionals, like the actual qualified people, because this just helps with me. I hope it helps for you, and I hope you pick up a pencil and give it a go. Like the deeper the sketch, the more your emotions are being affected at the time. Something like that. You'll find your own ways, but I really find this works. Like therapy with drawing, although like horse whispering, I call it horse whispering. It's called equine therapy. You're walking with a horse, and that's quite good actually, because they bond with you really well. Like they are deep. That's the only way to explain it. They're deep. I never knew horses could be like that, or they were like that. I mean, they are all like it, bar the odd rogue one, I'm assuming, but they are all like it. From what I saw anyway, when I was there. And it's nice, they come up to you if you're stressed and so on and so forth. But there's travel involved, isn't it? There's travel to get there, there's this and that and paying. I didn't pay, like I said, I was in the Marines, they paid for everything. But this is free. There's no driving to get to it. You can just wake up and do it if you needed. So that's why I think this is good. And I'm going to do, like I said, more videos like this. As the time goes on, from my van, from my motorhome, which I'm really, really, really looking forward to. I might put that in the purple actually, just to make it a bit more. Now I wonder if anyone's watching this now, have they experienced van life before? Because this is new territory for me. So I'm a little bit, well, I'm really, really nervous about it actually. But we'll get there. We'll do it. We need to do it. I need to do it to give the dog a good life. Because not only have I been down in the past 2 years, blush, I haven't taken him on as much walks as I should have. I haven't. He's been on a walk. I haven't taken him. Before I get hate mail from a one subscriber. That's quite nice actually. But yeah, there we go. Like I said, this is my first proper YouTube video. Made a few mistakes, but again, who gives a shit? Just take your time with whatever you're doing, and you will get there. You will get there. But I've really enjoyed making this, and if you've made it this far into the video, I thank you ever so much. But yeah, like I said, if you don't mind subscribing or whatever, because I would like to live these yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will be back. Yeah, don't forget to like and all that sort of shite, and I'll see you soon.